Namaskar. I'm Kumar Rakesh and you're watching Global Governance News TV. Now today we're going to discuss Corona and USA and other countries, how Corona is going to again just affecting just US and other Western countries, but in India there is a in the control mode as we are just looking at. The total cases in India about just nearby 4 lakhs, but most of the 70% cases from the one state, that is Kerala. So somebody was saying yesterday, due to just eating of beef, I could not get it, but saying that is also main reason, because if you see for the your just uh, uh, going for the Goshala, so in cow is inhale and exhale oxygen. So due to Goshala and just you can control this disease like anything. This is one thoughts and already proven, already surveyed in many states wherever the Goshala is there. So there is control of the corona. This is one fact out of the so many facts, and this is the Ayurvedic and other uh, uh, cure and remedies. But if you see the data of India, and recently we are concerned with the US and other countries. So whatever New York Times reported and Washington Post reported, so last the 3rd September, corona just cases more than 1,63,067 667 new cases came out, and out of that 1,550 died. So this is so stunning news, all of us. And last 7 days, more than about 2 lakhs cases coming. So how just U.S. government announced, I think 3 4 months back. So no use of no need of mask, although not about more than 70% uh, America has been vaccinated. So this is also matter of concern for all of us, and there is cases is number is growing, increasing. That should not be, and India is just more than about 68 crore doses, and already person has been vaccinated. And first and with the second dose, there is data for that. So later on, some doctors also join the program. But we have Vandana Jhingan, senior journalist from the Chicago, USA, and we'll take the inputs from her. And Rakesh Tiwari ji, the editor in Hindi Times Group and senior journalist from the Toronto. So I'll take also input from them. So Vandana ji, how just you see the analyze the data of the corona? This is also matter of concern all of us. One day about 2,000 persons just died.
Namaskar and good evening to everybody. Uh, sometimes you feel because last year we didn't even have the vaccine at this very time. And I used to say at that very time too, there should not be any politics when we are talking about a pandemic. But we are still seeing that. We are so much worried about. I do have a friend. He is a mayor of one of the suburbs called Burridge. His name is Mickey Straub. I am just naming it. This gentleman, he never worn any mask. He never took vaccine. He was hospitalized for more than 20 days. He just came back and he's sharing his own personal experiences now. So when we talk about, I always say it should not be undercounted. And there is another person. He was in hospital uh, last week itself, like right here in the county of ours. So he said, what you are seeing it, the numbers are not because nobody is talking about it. When we talk, media has to do its own work. Last time we were talking about they are scaring us, so which is if you give it, is not doctors human? Are not nurses humans? Because we anyway in United States of America has the scarcity of it. People are not taking vaccines because of their own will. So you are putting my life at risk. When we talk about, you mentioned about the mask, definitely they took the mask mandate off. No mask needed. Like, but then by seeing, because schools had to open, how long? Because there is it is not only about people suffering from corona, the suffering because of corona, because of this that you are inside, you have been quarantined, you are not going out to your social interaction. Have people realized it, how much is impacted the kids, the future of ours? We are talking about it because they have not. Earlier you used to, because they are going to school, they are interacting with people. But now, and I am still seeing there are some protests where the parents are saying no mask to kids, because here also the kids under 12 has not been vaccinated. And if the kids get the virus corona, some, they may not even know. They may be asymptomatic because of the immunity system. But some, those who will get it, it will be very dangerous. This Delta variant, what we're talking about, it is, but it is mainly affecting the people, those who are not been vaccinated. Coming to that, I am vaccinated. March 9th was like, the 0309. I got complete vaccinations. But if I go and meet Mr. X, I don't, he just claims, oh, I'm vaccinated. But he does not know that each and every one. We had in the stores the mandate, you can, if you're vaccinated, no mask needed. But are they checking everybody? Honesty is within you that you go. But am I wearing mask? Yes, I'm wearing mask. I went to cover 15th of August for the Indian community. When I go there, Vandaji, why you're wearing mask? I said, no. Oh, we are all vaccinated. You may be, but there are somebody that you met, they are not vaccinated. Then what? I don't want to get sick. So my own responsibility is my own mask too, to be honest.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that is what people have to realize it, because I know it is very tough. It is not easy. Like, when we talk about this all the time, it's very uncomfortable. But then much better than being in hospital. Thank you.
So nice. So just actually, literally, just a matter of concern for all of us. This is corona. How corona will go, and this is I say that the Wuhan virus. This is the coronavirus, the one virus. Rakesh Tiwari ji, how just you just see that? I think in Canada also number is increasing day by day. Although just most of the person is just trying to adopt the social distancing and mask and whatever they should do.
जी, मैं सिर्फ इसमें इतना कहना चाहूँगा कि let me say this upfront here. Corona and COVID cases are increasing here in Canada, in Ontario as well, as like anywhere else in the world. I think we better get used to with this. Any hope of recently it is going away, it doesn't seem like possible. Although a lot of people are getting vaccinated everywhere else in the world, including Canada, but seems like we have to accept this fact that this is the new reality, which has been, however, it was imposed on us and it was forced on us. And I hope there is no conspiracy theory behind it. I hope, I pray that why? Because it's like the whole so-called free world all of a sudden become, I will say, is freedom is lost totally. Means we talk about freedom of speech, we have a mask on your mouth, on your face, like that. Okay,
So
it's a
nice.
symbolism.
So cute.
So it's symbolism. Like
So
we were
sweet.
talking about
So
all the
So
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
so nice quote.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
so this is and so this is, if it's a conspiracy from some countries that and if this is a bio war and whatnot, means why I'm a bit surprised why nothing, means I will say that nothing has happened yet, and why all the intelligence agencies of the world, including United States, they are not able to pinpoint that what happened really. And a lot of conspiracy theories going on. Let me address one important fact and part of it. Because of this, the people are hesitant. because of these conspiracy theories, what is coming out, people are hesitant that this is the maybe some pharmaceutical blunders. Maybe they want to make the people important and whatnot. A lot of hoax stories are going on. I will definitely say, Miss, vaccine is available. Governments are providing it, and for our own sake and for anybody else's sake, we should have it. But meantime, all this hoax story which is circulating around the world, and that is like nobody has a control. So either my humble understanding, uh, definitely should be mandatory, as in Canada it happens that children's at the certain age they have to have vaccination done for different kind of disease, be it polio, be it other kind of disease. And if it is not done, that your child cannot go to the school, simple and period, because the government's instruction goes over there and one has to do. But at the same time, this is a political issue also, the question of so-called freedom. And this so-called freedom means your freedom, because now is, as you said, that as long your freedom doesn't interfere in my freedom, I'm okay with that. But you are breathing, spit is coming out of your mouth,
Yeah.
that's violating my space now. So even though in Canada, see, I have both vaccination done, but still if I'm going to a store, I do take my mask. uh,
Good.
I do all this thing. So countries are doing it, but seems like the variants after variants. Right now we have a Delta variant, so I'm afraid. Let me address this very clearly, that those people who are not vaccinated, they might create another variant, because they are coming to I don't know how what is the science behind the corona, that one after another variant is coming, and some are effective with the vaccine, some are not effective as supposed to be. So these things we have to take it in consideration. And uh, formal guidelines from the WHO are from the various countries, because no matter what, just like strict law is a law. So as this is a law that you put a mask on your face and then you go to the store and do whatever you have to, same thing, have a vaccination, and
Okay.
and that's it. Thank you.
Okay. So just to talk about the all the precautions about the corona and either in any part of the world. Vandana ji, as Joe Biden just recently they have announced that they have given the charge to someone to find out either the China involvement or not, and they will submit the report within 90 days. What is the status of the report? Do you have any information about that? Just I think please share.
Yeah, the responsibility, the President of United States of America said that we will bring the report to the world that what has happened.
Yeah.
So, means I was watching the news, and the intelligence department here says, oh, this does not link to the China, I mean, Wuhan, sorry. It does not
Sure.
link to Wuhan.
One
So,
lab.
but yeah, Wuhan lab. But that news itself, the way it should have come, because it is just running like a marquee. So it should have come in a bold letter. Somebody should be talking. We should have been talking about this in a debates. We should have been talking as in headlines. But that's haven't, because Taliban has overtaken all the other like aspects.
Other issues, yes.
Yeah. So that
Yeah.
is very, very important, because whatever the promise, like Honorable President said, I told the people in the month of March to evacuate Afghanistan. We had no news about that, because you were just saying, oh, I said that. He must have said, talk to somebody, Rakesh ji. People should have. It is between Rakesh and the so-called individual. But if the President of the United States of America gives a statement, that becomes a news worldwide. Where is that? We don't know about that. Coming back to, I just want to share about one culture, the people from Japan. If you move around, even when we were very little in the city of New Delhi, Connaught Place area, you used to see people wearing masks, like, So I am talking about even 15 or 20 years ago. Because if they have some kind of cold and cough, they used to take that kind of precaution. So
Yeah,
this is,
yeah.
they still do that.
Yeah,
And
for the
this,
dust and for the others, for the
no,
pollution.
it was not that polluted at that very time, but like, because they have infection, like, they are going through some bacterial infection or viral infection, they don't want to pass it, because if you're
Yeah,
sneezing, it will go. So that is what you talked about, social distancing. I know it may not be practically possible to have social distancing in the country like Bharat because of the number of population
population. Yeah,
versus the land area of the land. In US and as well as in Canada, we have been always following social distancing way too before even the pandemic came, the Chinese virus came, to be honest. Because even if you go to the bank, you go to the post office, you go to any office, they have, you keep a distance. You get to an elevator and escalator, you don't go get on to, and when you go to Bharat, for us, because you're living here almost 3 decades, it becomes very surprisingly, people want to push because maybe the elevator दोबारा से आएगा ही नहीं, तो चढ़ जाओ एक दूसरे के ऊपर ठूस दो. It's not their fault. I'm not saying that, because availability, and Rakesh Tiwari ji will agree with me, because we have been always keeping, like, giving space to others, space to everybody in every relationship. But that's not the case. Like, we are not bothered about ourselves, we are bothered more about the others, like, because in the situation. So when you talk about this particular, I am just saying, I was talking, my brother is into research, he works with Engine. It was very early in 2020 that he told me, कहता है, 21 is gone. I'm just telling you, he's my,
oh my
means
God.
like a real brother. He said 21, forget about it, that anything happening. And we were just having a discussion day before yesterday, because he works with his research followers and all. He said, I'm just telling you, nothing is going to be moving, shaking, and even in 2022, because what we do, that has an impact. Like what
Yeah,
Bharat did it in the month of October, November, Diwali, Sadar Bazaar, and all, we saw the
yeah,
second wave.
yeah. So second wave. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What the America did it in going to Florida vacations and all. Florida is still number one state, giving you the numbers.
And Vandana ji, how and on what basis the Biden government announced no need of mask in USA? Why and
Again,
how?
that's what I'm saying, because without seeing it, like without, because it is, as he really mentioned it, as the freedom of आपके मुंह पे पट्टा लगा दिया कि आप कुछ बोल ही ना सके. अभी, do you turn on any channel, news channel, I mean, are they talking about the way they were talking? If you talk about 4th of September 2020, without even any vaccine available at that time, what was the statistics? What are the statistics today? Today's number is much more higher than what it was. There was,
Yeah,
we didn't even,
six,
and
six. Yeah, three,
and
three,
it was
three,
blowing all over.
3 crore 99 lakhs cases. My God,
Yeah.
number one, United States after the India is
Yeah.
the
So
cases.
that's what, yeah. So, and
And they,
India is, again, I'm really worried about Bharat too, to be honest.
yeah, yeah.
When we're talking
And
about,
then
because
the Brazil, United Kingdom, and Russia, and France. This is the top 10
festival season
countries.
coming.
Yeah,
अगर जिंदा रहेंगे तो बहुत दिवाली मनाएंगे.
yeah, you're
Or
right. You're right.
one more thing which I want to add on to. I have
Please.
talked to many people, those who have suffered with COVID. Let me be very honest. I talked to them individually. It is not only that particular period since they got the negative report. After that, they feel the weakness. And my main worry is going to be about the lung capacity of the people when we talk for any normal individual in the month of October, November in Delhi. You used to say air quality index 1500 or so. What will happen
My,
to them?
my God, my God, oh my
Just
God.
imagine, because
Yeah.
this is the main worries.
Yeah, you are right. You are right.
And any
So,
country, let this be America, let this be US, I'm sorry, let this be America, let this be India and Canada. No country was prepared for it, to be honest. And nobody could have even
now
imagined.
India is just trying to control. Actually, the old cases was there, and there are only major contribution. You can say Maharashtra is just trying to control, but Kerala is going to control. We can just analyze first, second, third, fourth wave.
One
Nothing
second,
unending. None is stopping in Kerala.
1 second. If you analyze the demographic of the population, who are the people living in Kerala, maximum?
Yeah, yeah,
So that is one thing. because when we talk about Sanatan, if you remember that, this is not new for me to wash my hands. I have been doing it since my birth, when we used to
Yeah.
come home, washing my feet. When we talk about, we are not been, even in US, I'm just telling you, elected officials, I never shook hands with anybody from day one. The
Yeah.
people used to
Yeah.
say, I used to say my namaste is much better. That has got nothing to do with
Now,
pandemic.
Namaste is now global phenomenon now. Just as
Yeah.
I saw a video that every head of the states are just trying to Namaste from India like that.
No, somebody just mentioned it too yesterday. They were saying this is Hindu thing. I said, अगर हिंदू कुछ अच्छा करता है तो क्या वो अच्छा नहीं हो सकता? Don't take it
You
like
are
a
right.
Hindu. अगर किया है तो accept करिए ना.
You are
We
right.
cannot be
You are
perfect
right.
itself,
You are right.
because just say it.
Okay.
And then they told, oh, वो सलाम करता है. So I said, oh, why not they accepted the salam? I said there was definitely a reason why they didn't accept it, the salam, because that itself shows an attitude of it, like, gulami hai kya, hum kyun salam karenge? Hum to aapko, because this is very humble.
Actually, if you're talking the Islam, there is something except there is no culture. So we are not going to discuss on how
No,
the
I just brought this because people.
Tablighi Jamaat,
Yeah.
Vandana ji, how the Tablighi Jamaat they spread the corona in country like that, Maulana Saad, the nonsense people of the
What happened to
country.
him? Where is he?
Oh, actually, they've taken the bail and he is hiding somewhere. And
You
Still hiding?
now, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we do,
Yes, sir.
we why?
I'm
Yes, sir.
Because
sorry.
we
I
don't
don't know
have,
what
we
are
don't
still
have
Yes.
hiding.
bail for the people those who went to Jantar Mantar,
Yeah.
to talk about one nation, one law. What
Sir,
was their fault?
sir, so with great conspiracy, they just spread the corona throughout the country. That was at that time the case of more than 20 states. He and their people just spread the corona. But nobody's taking the cognizance. What was how just government, the Delhi government filed a FIR, the government of India missionaries filed. But what happened? So that is also a issue how they are trying to kill the humanity. So
In
they are
the
they are
same religion,
yeah,
in Middle East countries, how strict they are. They're
yeah,
following, because you have seen it. Like, let this be
yeah, yeah,
Qatar, Oman, and all and all. But
yeah.
when it comes to only Bharat, they can do what.
There is only 632 cases only death in Qatar. How they are trying to maintain? There's all the ban, all the flights,
Saudi
even all.
Arabia,
So yeah, so they are just trying to maintain. Actually, they are not considering the India and Pakistan and Bangladeshi Muslims. They are original Muslims. That is a different story. But I'm not going on that. So, Tiwari ji, how just you see the just analyze the situation, the role of the government and role of the just attitude of people just to for that to fight the corona.
Well,
That is the main problem. That's
yes.
not problem.
Let me say this. You brought an interesting point here.
yeah,
The
absolutely.
rule of the government and the rule of the people. Okay, understanding of people. The both seems pathetical. Let me say this. Let me use this. The role of governments and role of people both way. Governments were not serious all over the world when COVID situation broke out. And let me say another thing, which even my humble understanding was this: when I came in from India, I came in December 2020 after my stay with the family visit. So at that time, I come to know that in China, of course, Wuhan, who are there, COVID cases are exploding, they are coming. And at the same time, everywhere else in the media, it was there that China has built up a hospital within 7 days, such a huge, such a great worker they are, and this and that, how they are doing. They have the whole Wuhan province, they have curtailed it. All those stories were coming. We are talking about December, January, February. At the same time, I had the question that every year, one after another, be it SARS, be it Ebola, be it H9, all the viruses one after another is coming, and even for this COVID-19, when we are talking about it, we know is a for fact that Bill Gates has talked about coronavirus long before than that. Now, at that time, I said my understanding was this kind of some conspiracy, and seems like it is a conspiracy. I don't know, is a pharmaceutical companies or whatnot. Governments were totally at that time when the news were coming. They could have simply, they had more intelligence than me and you, we can ever think of it. They have more intelligence services. When something was happening such as a drastic speed, they had their intel, they had their doctors, medical professional, everybody was there. The most important thing was to restrict then and there. They failed miserably to do that. And even all the hoax were going, let me say this, the Boris Johnson, the UK Prime Minister, he's going, oh, that's nothing, that's nothing. Even Trump, oh, nothing. So the whole government's machinery all over the world, it looks like they caught by surprise, or they were not giving much attention. They never thought it will be serious. Once they start being serious, and when the governments and the people who are in charge, they are not serious, they cannot ask people to be serious. So the people were caught up in that too. And when even in Bharat, when we talk about it, when we had less cases going on, we were like, thumping, and patting our chest, patting our back and thumping our chest that, okay, we are controlled it, we have did. No, we have not taken, I will say, all across the globe, the medical, I will say that the ministers,
Tiwari, but let me inform you. In India, India, they're trying to control now, and the more than 66 crore people vaccinated. This is a matter of record. And whatever government of India claimed, by the December, more than 80% people will be vaccinated.
That's
so the
fine, sir.
The vaccination is the important thing for the people, and person is coming just.
No, but your question was there. Did they do? They failed, right? They did not. They will not pass. They will not pass.
No, sir. No, we can't say pass and fail. We just say what they are doing now and correct. I am giving you the data, world data. That's very, very interesting. Although data is here, so top 5 country and the lowest one. If I see the data, just let me share you.
Rakesh ji, you shouldn't defend India in that way. Bharat.
Not defend. I'm giving
no country is defendable. Be it US, be it Canada, be it anywhere.
Tiwari ji, I'm not defending. I'm only giving you the current data and whatever they are doing. Well, whatever they are doing, they are the commendable and they are doing the best. That I'm telling you. Not defend.
They have no option.
Actually, just you see the United States 3.99 crore and death is 6.47 lakhs, and India 3.29 crore and 4.4 lakh death, and Brazil.
Don't go with the data, please, because a lot of people have died. A lot of people are not getting even reported. We know what is the situation.
But lowest
in Bharat, you know that how the medical professionals, even the hospitals are not there. A lot of things we know. So a lot of things are not reported properly as well. We know that.
Actually, I am telling you, interesting which country are less figures. That's why I'm trying to put a data. That's why
if you do not report, you don't have a figure. Pakistan has the lowest number. How is that so?
No, sir.
Very low number.
I'm
how you want to treat it?
This is a very latest data, so interesting also. So
see,
let's put it this way.
No government can put
so interesting.
Sometimes numbers are being managed by the governments, and which is if you're talking to the hospitals, that is
no. I totally agree. Vandana, Kumar Rakesh, let me address one single point, then you go. Let me say this. Canadian.
I'm
just 1 second.
Please,
one line. One line. Let me say this about Canada, and then you go from there. Canadian media has reported that the deaths which occurred in Canada, government has not reported, is a half. We are talking about Canada, nowhere else.
Sir, I am putting.
No, forget about anywhere else. We know that.
I am giving you some interesting facts just for the eye-opener for the all over the world and for the viewers on the basis of data. Why I am just talking? The Turkmenistan, no case. The countries, Tokyo, no case. Papua New Guinea, no case. No case. Djibouti country, no case. Cook Islands, no case. And there is country Cook Island, 1 cases reported. Kiribati, 2 cases, and Vatican City, 27 cases, Saint Pierre and Maclo, this is a country, 31 cases, Macau, 63 cases, Fag Islands, and 67 cases. So I'm telling you, Greenland, 347 cases. There is so interesting fact that I'm trying to put before you about how the lowest and highest. Please, Vandana ji.
Iceland has recently, if you see, a lot of tourism. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think, but
I've been there. I've been
yeah,
there. Yeah.
but it has increased the numbers also over there.
My God. It's
Somebody,
country,
yeah,
country of 3 lakhs people.
yeah.
Land
But
of midnight sun.
I want to add on to this. Let this be a nation. Let this be an individual.
Yeah.
They have the responsibility to protect themselves. For a government, Vandana Jhingan is not going to be Vandana Jhingan. She'll be just a number. But
Yeah.
for my family, I am their lifeline.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another thing which is very important for the nations also, it is, we talk about economy, we talk about because they have to survive over, like, so they have to keep a balance. Let this be very strong decisions, and it is not only the matter of keeping beards and stuff like that this is going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm being
Yeah.
honest. So
Yeah.
there are some decisions which has to be taken very strongly,
True.
and means head of the state. When we talk about this, why there is no I mean, like when you talk about stopping the people from Kerala to travel to the other parts, Kerala should be isolated.
Yeah.
These kind of decisions, because so it, like the way Wuhan should be quarantined from the world,
You
it
are
should
right.
not
You are
have.
right.
Because
Nice, nice
and
thought.
and,
Yeah.
and second thing, the pandemic in 20th century not used to spread so fast the way this one has spread, because we were not traveling that much. You got
Okay.
my point?
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
mode of transportation from one
Yeah.
state of Illinois to get to another, we used to use a buggy and stuff like that and cars. So now everyone, why transportation? Now if you go anywhere you want to go within local travel within United States of America, flights are so very full. We don't have that many frequency of flights if I want to travel to LA,
Yeah. You are
because
right.
they they
You are right.
they, they have stationed the planes, but to get them back, so the Federal Aviation Authority has to get that clean certificate, like it is
Yeah.
because people's life is involved. So they,
Sanitize the plane and all.
no,
Yeah.
no, it's not only sanitization. It is way too beyond the sanitization, because it is so many lives involved. And another thing which has very recently come up, Kumarji, the mask, N9 mask, N95 is
95. Yeah.
N95 is not allowed when you're traveling in the plane.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So you have to have this surgical mask or the plain cloth mask, because the air because of the filter kind of thing, because the air circulation in the planes are different than the air circulation outside. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So, and
I got
planes
it.
are full, not even a single seat is available. So is it that because we are still working from remotely, people are not traveling much. So who are the people traveling? Oh, because the बच्चों का स्कूल खुल जाएगा, हम लोगों को एक वेकेशन लेना है. Hello, can't you, means like you can have, means, so you are yourself responsible for increasing the numbers, to be honest.
You are right. You are. We are the only responsible to spread.
No,
Anything to
we are
add,
not
Tiwari ji?
only responsible. We are also responsible, but most importantly, I will say our respectable health ministries and their bureaucrats and the WHO is mainly responsible, and then we become responsible. Okay,
Yeah.
then
You are.
our
You are.
our
Yeah.
number
You are right.
comes number 2. Okay,
Yeah.
first is WHO and the health ministries around the world. They failed
So
miserably.
that's okay, but we have to we have to we have to take the notice also by ourselves. Actually, if you not correct ourselves, if not take the
Well, we are doing what
precautions,
we can.
yeah, that is
Human,
also
see, put it
problem.
this way:
Sir,
there is a
sir, sir,
hoax, a lot of
sir,
things
sir,
which Vandana ji,
sir,
which
there's so
Vandana
many
ji has
cases.
mentioned. A
There
lot
are
of
so
things, Vandana ji has mentioned. She said,
yeah.
and it's a very it's like common sense. It's a common sense. Means China, how China has controlled, at their end, they have made the complete lockdown. We have utilized the country's whole nation was locked down. A
So
lot of countries they
now
did it.
that
So when
I
we are
was
talking about the province,
going to
we
the
are
end, and
talking about the
doctor.
province like Kerala,
So
and we are
so
locking it down. What's
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
about that? That's a
So
simple
now
thing.
So I have only 5 minutes. Dr. Dheeraj called. Just I think you are stuck somewhere. So I'll take the inputs with all the states of USA and
Yeah,
other
of course.
states. Yeah.
Yes, he has more knowledge about the latest update and whatnot is there. May I ask a question to Dr. Dheeraj though?
No, first he should just have a brief and then I'll tell. We have only 5 minutes only. Maximum
First, we will give him.
extended 5 minutes for him only.
But can I ask
Because
him a question as
going
well?
to wind up. Going no.
I would like to.
No, no, it will be extension like ours. Other way you can ask question. No issue.
Okay.
Dheeraj, Dr. Dheeraj, please.
Namaskar. Sorry, I got delayed Saturday morning. So, yes, I think your question was the response of the governments. What was your specific question?
No. How just corona is again increasing in USA and other West country also.
Okay.
As well some parts of India also.
Okay. So corona, as you know, we have spoken about this on many channels and in your also. Corona is a virus which will evolve. This is not abnormal for a virus when it multiplies. It changes its genetic makeup to basically learn and evade the bodies which have already acquired the immunity. So that means if you have been infected with COVID last year, the current virus, which is the Delta and the offshoots of Delta, are most likely going to be infecting you. Maybe you will not have a severe outcome, but you can still get infected. The chances of you getting infected with a new variant is somewhere around 40 to 35%. Now, the question is, if you are vaccinated, can you get infected? The answer is yes. The number for Pfizer is 75% of people who are vaccinated with Pfizer. With Delta, now the efficacy has come down from 85 to 75, according to a British study done last month, a very big study. The other option is with AstraZeneca, the efficacy has come down from 77 to 61%.
Dr. Dheeraj, sorry to interrupt you. Just my question is why the cases in US and
that's the answer. That is the answer. If you
why
listen to
the increasing.
No, that's what he has answered.
Please,
so the efficiency of the AstraZeneca and Moderna that have went down. That's what he's mentioning.
So no, that's I already listened. But my Dr. Dheeraj, my question is why just you don't think that just the American government has just give the freedom to not to wear a mask and not to maintain the social distance. That is also one reason.
So there are many reasons. One of the main reasons, like you said, relaxing in COVID appropriate behavior, which is not being followed in everywhere in the planet, including in India as well. Unfortunately, in India, or fortunately, you can say, we are very emotional people. We want to go to political rallies. We want to go to protest. It's a very vibrant democracy. Yes, and religious gathering. Unfortunately, the lack of awareness of healthcare, which has been there for 75 years, would not go disappear right away. The lack of education, which was there for 75 years, will not disappear. The lack of focus on expenditure, education, healthcare infrastructure, which with the current government has done an amazing work to increase it, it takes time. So this is very unfortunate circumstances for India, but still with 1.38 billion people, I would say they have done the best they could do. Can they do more things? Yes. But they have done definitely a great job in managing COVID. That is one of the reasons, answering your question. The second reason is the nature of the virus itself, which evolves. Virus will have to evolve because otherwise it will die. The question is, we as human race, can we change our measures faster than the virus? It's a very, very big challenge.
As well. Yes.
It's a very big challenge for every country, developed country, developing countries, even worse. And the third thing is misinformation, which is being conveyed on different media channels in US and in India. Like in US, there is 90 million. US is a population of 33.8 million people. Out of that 90 million people, now actually 81 million, have totally refused to get vaccinated. These are people who are adult. These are not under 12 years of age. That's another problem. They have their political alignment, and there were some political leaders, I will not mention the name, who were saying this is one party's vaccine in India as well. So those kind of people should be brought to international court.
India has been corrected themselves now. They are saying that
you're not. One point I would like to raise, although I'm not a political activist, but you understand, a rickshaw wala is not gonna watch 24/7 news. What if he heard? What if he heard a news by one of the leaders in Uttar Pradesh? I will not name the name, saying that my leader is saying that this is a X
I'm telling
party's.
you,
मुलायम सिंह का लड़का,
Can I
मुलायम सिंह का लड़का.
can I finish? I will just finish the thought. He will take that information, go and spread to his loved ones. The problem is he didn't hear again the next interview of the same gentleman saying take the vaccine. So misinformation gets communicated very big time in US as well, and people die. People die because of misinformation. This is a lethal virus. You should not forget. This virus has killed millions. When was the last time you heard in America around 700,000 people? If we take the data accurately, because every country is hiding data, every single country. If we agree with the data, close to 680,000 people died in US, and in India 450,000. When was the last time you heard numbers like that? Never. In my life, I've never. Still, people are not waking up. People are just taking it very relaxed here. And honestly, Mr. Rakesh, I would agree with your point. Actually, I was the one who kept bringing it up that taking off masks by the current government in US was a step too fast taken. The reason is, even in US, the medical education literacy is not that high. If you think there are so many people who have just high school graduate degrees, work for $30,000 to $50,000 jobs. This is not a paradise or a heaven you are expecting America to. We have our own challenges. We have our own challenges. I'm sure Rakesh Tiwari will Rakesh Tiwari ji will tell about Canada, but we have our own challenges. And medical education is an issue, and that's why the government was ready to give $100 if you want to get vaccinated. But still we have not received. And the problem is, these people will get the virus, get sick, and give it to another person whose immunity is weak. He's vaccinated, but he will get sick. Luckily, the mortality if you are fully vaccinated is very low still now. Still now, if you are fully vaccinated, your chances of dying are much, much lower. But your chances of getting infected are increasing as the virus is changing. And the virus is changing because the virus is circulating. Why is the virus circulating? Because people are not vaccinated and they are mingling. They are not appropriate COVID behavior. Like in Kerala, you are seeing.
You are right. So nice of you, Dr. Dheeraj call. That last just you attended our show. So I think you were stuck up somewhere.
Kumar Rakesh, may I one single point I would like to raise, just one single point. At this junction in time, while Dr. Dheeraj has mentioned that anywhere else, this is not the time to get rid of with the COVID protocols. Okay, in UK itself, today's reporting is 37,000 over there. UK is compared to Bharat is a small country. So WHO has failed giving that this is not the time.
I want to comment. I want to comment on that. WHO has miserably failed the planet. Sorry to say this.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you are
absolutely.
Right. All agree on
I'm not scared about WHO. Every single doctor is scared about WHO. I don't give a double rat shit about, sorry for the language, about WHO. It's not the entire WHO, but the top 5 people of WHO, which were in a pocket of,
which were not able to provide a proper protocol that this is a pandemic we are going through, and unless the whole planet, every country is a bit, at least that comfort is there.
Okay, sir. Okay, all ladies are 8 minutes late. So nice of you. At last, Dr. Dheeraj call attended and just throw on light something. What the reason behind it? How in USA, had reported of New York Times and Washington Post, the people are just dying due to just corona. So that is the government also just to wake up, and whatever they
one thing I want to add. WHO, UN as an organization do fantastic work. It's just the leaders. Sometimes the top person in a great organization can just shift the ship to a retrograde position instead of moving on, and everybody has to suffer. The countries which are developing,
lack of vision and lack of leadership also.
No. That's not the reason. The reason is their own interests are aligned somewhere else.
Their own vested interest.
And developing countries and poor countries have to bear the biggest blunt of that mistake.
Absolutely.
Okay, so nice. Just you all attended the show, and the next program will only focus on the corona as discussed with Dr. Dheeraj call. So thank you, Rakesh Tiwari ji and Vandana ji and Dr. Dheeraj call just to attend the show. We hope just corona should not be spread. I think in our global society and should be controlled as earliest as. But people's participation, as we discussed, and the the protocol should be maintained accordingly. This is subject to concern. If we will not maintain the protocol, social distancing and the mask, nobody will save us. Either living in America, either living in India. So nice, Vandana ji, just giving the sign and symbol for the mask and the social distancing. Thank you. So nice of you.
Be protected. Get your booster when you are when you will be approved for it, and pray that the virus doesn't mutate faster than our booster vaccine. Otherwise, we'll have a bigger. And what you can do for that, stop the spread of virus. What you can do that, educate people not to gather, follow COVID appropriate.
Okay. Thank you very much. So nice of you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.